A lead acid when charging. What about when using? When using them, can you put them all in one 12-volt bank, or will different sizes and different styles cause any problems when actually using the batteries?
Okay, you said that you watched 2 of the 3 videos, right?
Yes.
That was in the 3rd video. Okay, your question was about the batteries. You mixed some different terms. You said charging at a different rate, or
when you're charging, say, 125 amp hour batteries and 75 amp hour batteries, if that's what you have, you charge them separately.
Yeah, I charge those separately.
Right. But when using them, can you put them together in one 12-volt bank and use them together?
You could, but I wouldn't. If you did, I'd use them for 50% of the time and split them.
Okay.
Generally, you're going to keep like with like throughout the whole process. So if you got 2 really dissimilar batteries, you're going to charge them separately. I mean, if you charged them all the way up and you wanted to keep them charged, you can connect them together to keep them charged once they were at their maximum level. But basically after that, you're going to want to split them apart. So pretty much, they're like adopted children. You keep them apart from the regular ones as much as you can. You want to keep all. I'm sorry. I was always taught to make analogies that people would remember. When you get a battery bank, you want to get all the same batteries you can at the same time in the same period of time and connect them all together for the best battery health and battery life. Otherwise, it's just like a chain. Your weakest battery, your battery bank is only as strong as your weakest battery.
Okay, thank you.
Similar question, but different. I thought I was buying 2 of the same batteries, but when I got home, I realized I had the same brand, same amp hour rating. One had the higher crank amp.
No, ignore it.
Okay.
If they both look the same, they're the same size, same brand, same everything.
Yep.
That's just more.
Yeah, it's just the label.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, question.
When you were talking on the podcast about when electricity goes out, and you want to keep your refrigerator going. And,
Yeah, when the power goes out, how to keep your refrigerator going, yeah.
And you were talking about really, using ice makers.
Yeah.
And doing that. Well, in looking into a lot of the ice makers, in looking at reviews and stuff, there's a little bit of a problem that I saw in the reliability of it.
What do you mean liability of it?
Reliability.
Reliability
Yeah,
of it.
like people talking about how, certain brands, they'd return a lot, they would work for a certain while, and then certain parts would break and things like that.
Did you look at the one I have up on my website and the Amazon reviews on it?
I looked at a bunch of them, I don't remember.
I have that one up there because the reviews are so fabulous, and I have 2 of them.
Okay.
And I work them to death.
Well, my real question is, I also looked at there's a certain amount of refrigerator freezers that will run on electricity, or they'll also run on a battery, and they'll go back and forth. And if all you really want to do is, cook a certain amount of food and keep it cool, you don't really care about ice, but, just want to keep it cool, and the reliability on those is really good, isn't it just about as efficient?
I've not seen any. Who here have seen refrigerators with built-in batteries?
It's not a built-in battery, but it'll run on an external battery on DC, or it'll run on AC.
Like an RV refrigerator?
It can be. It's really meant to be portable in a way.
Well, I tell you, the best battery for a refrigerator is a bunch of soda bottles frozen with ice. That's the best battery for a refrigerator. You freeze them beforehand, keep them in your void space when you got extra space, and then you transfer them to your refrigerator to help keep the refrigerator cool when the power fails. That's the best. That's a chemical battery. That's the best battery you're going to get. A refrigerator uses a sizable amount of power, and a battery, as I say, is now a lightsaber. It is. I mean, that little battery you got a good lead acid deep cycle battery that might represent the equivalent energy of an eighth of a gallon of gasoline going through a generator. So it's generally not a lot of power. And anytime your power goes out, you're going to throw blankets over everything. If you're not powering the refrigerator, you're going to throw camping bags, blankets, anything you can up against it to keep the cool in. there's only about 2 days worth of food in the refrigerator, and it'll stay cool on its own for about 2 days. And you can eat your food warm. The other people, other organizations that might be here would tell you the second it goes over 40 degrees, throw it out. Well, not true. I mean, you can still eat it. If you open up something that smells bad and it stinks, give it to the dog. And the dog will still eat it. But you can still eat it. So refrigerators are, did you listen to my refrigerator show?
On the podcast?
Yeah, my refrigerator podcast?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of myths associated with refrigerator. If,
Let's move on.
yeah, okay.
Let's move on. Let's take somebody else. Somebody was over there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the power system that you put on your truck.
Louder, we can't hear you.
Is there anything that you would have changed now that you've run it for 6 months?
Would I change anything in the power system that I put in my truck after 6 months? No, I can't think of anything. In fact, I used it the other day. I plugged the vacuum cleaner into it to vacuum out my truck. And I plugged in a large shop compressor. I mean, one cable this thick into it to air up the tires on my trailer and my other truck I have at the shop. So no, you know what? One thing I would do, I put a 1600 watt inverter in it. I think I might have gone with a 2000 or 2500 watt inverter because the first time I started the compressor, it popped the inverter. Then I turned the inverter off, on, let the inverter start the compressor instead of me just slamming it in there. So I might have put a 2000 watt in it or 2500 instead of a 1600 watt. That's a good question. But I made it work with the 1600 watt.
Is there any updates on the movie?
Hi. For those of you that don't know, my book Lights Out has been sold to have a movie made. A producer, Travis Fox. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. A producer, Travis Fox, who... Okay. Thank you, Jack. Who did a movie named called Remnants. Has picked it up. It's going to be an independent film. It's going to be filmed in Atlanta. We're looking for crew right now. We have a script writer that's writing the script. We did shoot a pilot. I'm sorry, not a pilot, but a trailer, like a teaser trailer. It's not done yet. The crew that we hired to do it did a great job of shooting, but the editing was not up to snuff. So we're waiting for them to finish that. That should be posted. If any of you want updates, you can look on our website. It's lightsOutSaga.com. Thank you.
Before I take another question, I'm going to give away something from one of the vendors here. This is from the Chef 5 Minute Meals. There's 2 meals in here in this bag. Their booth is right over there. It's actually a really cool product. The meal itself has a heater in it similar to the MRE style heaters. It's also got a little water packet to activate it. You basically open up the box, you take it out, you put the water on the pad, you stick the thing on top of it, put it back in the box, and in 5 minutes, it's hot and ready to eat. So this could be something thrown in a vehicle. This has got 2 meals in it. It could be sent off with a kid at school, what have you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give this to whoever traveled the furthest to get here, and I may have already spoken to that person, I'm not sure. So who traveled more than, I don't know, 500 miles to get here? We got 2. Are you guys together?
The panel doesn't count,
You
right?
don't count. And is that it? Anybody else travel more than 500 miles to get here? Okay, then y'all win. You can fight over which one of you gets to use it, though. So we can send it back to you. It can't be broken. It's indestructible. And I'm going to, Dorothy, do you have some of the Sentinel patches there?
I do.
I'm going to give out, you guys know we came out with the Sentinel early or late last year. Now I've got some of the patches here. And I'm just going to pick people at random and just say, you get one, you get one. I got some keychains too. I'll try to, these are going to be heavier, so. I'm trying, I am. I don't have the arm like this. There we go. Old school patches, old school TSP patches here. Hold on. Can't be doing doubles. Everybody throw stuff.
Don't give anything heavy to Steven.
There you go.
All right, maybe we'll throw some more later.
Oh,
I do have a cool announcement. You guys know I've been working with the Mulligan Mint, and they've had their delivery issues, but I've kind of, basically stood on Rob's throat to make sure y'all got your orders fulfilled. We have a new coin coming out with the Sentinel on the front. I can't tell you what's going to be on the back yet. It's going to be really cool, but the back, the coin, the engraving is going to take another couple weeks. We're going to do a limited run of the Sentinel front with the big ant from the first coin on the back. We're only going to do 1,000 of them. And we're going to put those out next week, and then we're never going to make those again. But the one that, okay, I'll tell you guys. Anybody recording anything, just shut it off just for the next couple seconds, and you can put it back on.